Alright, hello everyone, this is video call reporting live from sunny Argos, Greece. This time we're gonna proceed to the Calydon mission, and I just want to apologize for the last episode because my mic was so quiet you could barely hear what I was saying without having to crank up the volume to maximum capacity, so I'm sorry about that. I'm still learning, and I put my mic booster a little higher today, so you should be able to hear me loud and clear. So let's proceed, shall we? Calydon. Calydon is a rich and fertile region noted for its fine vineyards, but nothing is ever as good as it seems. Let's see. Proceed.
Life has been tough on Artemis lately. First, her beloved Carnean hind, a majestic stag, was wounded by Hercules, who was trying to capture the animal. Then, the people in and around the region of Calydon refused to worship her properly. The depressed Artemis turned to her menagerie of animals for solace, and when she saw her mighty boar snorting and snarling in his pen, her eyes lit up, and a small smile played across her face.
Somehow I don't like the sound of that. Okay, let's have a look at the map, shall we? Timber mills and wineries are industries, so I don't forget to check the tech tree this time. Here's some fertile soil, some boars, some more fertile soil. What do we have goats, hunting lodges, and grapevine or wineries, or grape wines rather. And there's not a whole lot else in this region. Funny thing is, Ethiopia is even farther than our last colony, Mycenae. Was it not Mycenae? But I forget. Anyways, Calydon, Ethiopia is even farther away from it, and still the only way we can contact them is through Argos. So that's kind of weird. Let's start by making a housing block here. I did a little mistake there, made the housing block a little too big, so it couldn't fit into the map. I have no idea where the Calydonian Boar is gonna show up in this episode. Protect the city from Calydonian Boars, actually the Hermes, here at Part 500, episode is called Perseus. So yeah, I have no idea where the Calydon Boar is gonna pop out, so we gotta be on our toes to be ready for it. It shouldn't pop up anywhere near where we're currently building right now, but you never know, so gotta be careful. This is one of those adventures that I don't recall that well, even though I've played the game many times from end to start, all the adventures and such. Let's make a infirmary so the people won't get sick with a plague, because those plagues are just nasty. They wipe out a lot of people and they can't work while they're sick naturally. Calydon discovered, and it's just not blossomed yet. Let's make some tribute paid by Ethiopia. Let's make a few hunting lodges. Yeah. So we get some food here. And make a food vendor. And some culture venues, and let these guys do their job and get us some boar. I would think the Calydonian boar would appear over here, but I'm not sure. Does it appear over there or over on this hill over here? I think it's one of those two options. Fortunately, we have lots of drachmas, so even if we have to cancel the hunting operations, it's not gonna make us bankrupt. Let's put some goats over here so we get some cheese, just in case it does interrupt our whole hunting operations.
Oh, this poor boar never stood a chance. My aim is as good as Atalanta's.
Sorry for interruption there, I had to check if the recording was going again. Atalanta is by the way not in Zeus, but in Poseidon we get to meet Atalanta. She's a pretty cool hero. Has a bow instead of a sword or a club or something else, like something standard like that. Well, yeah, now we just need to wait for some food to roll in, and then we can start improving our housing block. Let's make a guard tower here just in case so people don't start rioting in the streets. Oh, Calydon Blossom, they buy lots of wine and sell wood. Excellent. So, I've noticed that I've actually had a crude awakening today because it's pretty cold outside. Only 15 plus Celsius degrees. I don't know what that translates to in Fahrenheit. I don't have the spreadsheet with me if anyone's from that region, but yeah, fall is coming. Autumn, fall is coming, and winter is just around the corner. Can't say I look forward to winter. I can't really do anything interesting during the winter, and my foot just hurts more during those times, so...
Just the facts. Rumor has it that there's a little unrest here, but it's nothing that I can't handle.
Dirty Heracles again. But yeah, winter is not one of my favorite seasons. I suppose I'll get over it. I just have to wear warm socks on some warm socks indoors too, because I think the floor gets a little cold. Buy some fleece and olive oil from Argos. Chilean now sells armor. Excellent. Let's make a save at this point. Wow, episode 5 already. We're nearly done with this adventure. One more episode after this and we're done.
I'm Dionysus, god of the vine. Worship me, and fruits of the vine will burst forth.
I think we can plant our own grave vine, so we don't need to worship Dionysus. You can still build a sanctuary. I don't know, can we... It's just we have to build a sanctuary to the Hermes, that much I know about. Beyond that, I'm not really sure. With these cities being huge powerhouses in military. Look at Argos as one pathetic shield. I feel sorry for my home city. Then again, I don't only have rabble in that city, so not much to be expected. Getting some more inhabitants in our city. I still haven't seen the Calydonian Boar pop out anywhere. I'm getting a little nervous now that since I don't know where it's gonna pop out. So it's a little... I really didn't... I'll confess, I didn't practice this adventure as much as I did the first one, so I really don't have any idea what to expect in this episode currently. Price decrease for fleece. The fleece in Greece. I'm not gonna do that joke. The narrator already does it later on in another adventure, but I will get to that in good due time. We got podium and theater.
Anyone seen my spear? How can I be a spear carrier without my spear?
Drama school here. $500 people in the city. Excellent. So wood from Ethiopia. Start buying marble from Argos. we can get that sanctuary to Hermes done.
I have come down from Mount Olympus. Anyone seen my spear? How can I be a spear carrier without my spear?
Let's make another expansion to our city, since we have plenty of workers at the moment. Make two storehouses here if I don't bumble up like a fool. Sorry, accepts there, accepts wine. This only accepts grapes. Let's make some growers lodges here.
I am Athena. Worship me, and a sacred grove will grace your city.
Make a bunch of growers lodges, then put some wineries down.
Build me a pyre to roast my friends upon.
I don't know what play that is from Build Me a Pyre to Roast My Friends Upon. Sounds like an interesting play, but unfortunately ancient Greek dramas and comedies are not my strong suit. I do know some philosophers, like, was it Plato wrote some of those? I'm not sure. Like I said, it's not my strong suit. I'm more interested in the mythology of things, like the gods are my specialty more, so I know a bit about them. I'm nowhere near an expert, but I do know some fair share of them. Still, you don't probably want to use me as an information source. Don't quote me on anything I say. Just use the internet, a wonderful invention that is the internet, to learn more.
My advice to you is, if you find a good life, I will give you. If not, it will come the philosophy.
Has anyone seen my spear?
Price increase for wine. You'll see why I put a stadium here. If I recall correctly, Hercules is the hero that will defeat the Calydonian Boar. Or was it somebody else than Hercules? I'm not sure right now. Let's see, we have lots of marble, so let's pop down Hermes refugee over here and these. As soon as we get some more workers in the city, I'll pull a counter the monument when we get to 1k people, and then we'll get this whole full housing block to excellent stature.
Life doesn't have to be unpleasant. Worship me and find out.
You can
I'll treat my people better than you can, I just so they don't get angry at me.
A year of conversation.
We have plenty of wood, but we need to get sculptures from somewhere. Excellent, Mount Pelion sells sculptures. Now trading post to Mount Pelion. Start by buying 2 sculptures and selling some wine. The Calydonian Boar still is missing in action. Argos gives us a whole lot of marble, so we don't have to buy any. As you see, we actually went past the map a little bit, but that's because if you turn the map, you get access to some new space. Just a little bit. Hermes refugee complete. That's the work proof of mythology very high. Excuse me, sorry about that. Operational milestone. Let the fish pond. Make a monument here. Tribute paid by Ethiopia. We don't need more sculptures at the moment. I wanna find out who the hero is that defeats the Calydonian Boar before I do anything else. Let's make another housing block here so we get more workers. Stop importing fleece and olive oils because I just noticed that our drachmas are dangerously low right now. Just complete this block and then we'll start saving drachmas. Buying sculpture is very expensive, plus we have a lot of olive oil and fleece in the stores right now, so we really just wanna sell the wine in Montpellier. Wine is rather expensive, so more wine we have, the better money we'll make. 177 drachmas per amphora of wine. Amphoras are those fancy looking jugs that the wine is put in, like you see in the storehouse, if anyone doesn't know what an amphora is. Amphoras are also one of the most common things you found when you, at least to my knowledge, you find when you're digging around in ancient Greece places. Lots of amphoras lying around because they use them for storage in many things.
Life doesn't have to be unpleasant. Worship me and find out.
I only worship you once time. I said I want to find out what's the hero that kills the pesky, whatchamacallit, Calydonian Boar. People are like infirmaries because they think there's a place where diseases spread, and back in those days I'm thinking they're sadly right. The doctors weren't anything special if they even were called doctors. They were probably spirit healers or something like that. Leeches, assigning you to leeches and drinking wine or something.
If only they had been invited to
Other people thought that taking baths was a bad thing back in those days too, I believe. Or at least at some point in the time. So if you got sick, you're tough you're out of luck. Unless you heal naturally, you actually manage to stumble on a cure by accident, or you die because you didn't have. There's no cure. Existed. No medicine, no doctors. I think you were fresh out of luck.
You have offended me, you insufferable beast.
Meet
the Calydonian boar.
He will turn the tables on you, and you'll know how it feels to be hunted. I'll go to great lengths to avenge a slight. Theseus Hall. Trademark Pelion shut down. That's not good. Oh, he's at the hunting ground for the boars. Let's see what Theseus wants. Okay, let's take the palace here. If you notice, the hall requires that he's protected by walls, so that's why 16 and 4 as a Y. Some appeal around the hall. Okay, so now we just need some wine and we're good to go. We're good to go. Ah! There's the Boar! He destroyed my trading post. Oh dear. Send for Theseus immediately.
My dear.
Getting hurt is not what I bargained for. I'm skedaddling.
It's not time to talk. It's time to run.
You're speaking wise words of wisdom, dirty Heracles.
Turn around. Immigrate. Quick.
I think it's a good idea to shut down your hunting industries, unlike what I did. Traded around Pelion opens up again. Now we just need the hero to come save us. They say different things if they're in mortal peril by like an army, invading god, or a monster. And before I forget, I'm shutting down the meat prey industry, so they don't come away looking, so it doesn't follow these hunters home. Let's make a save again. I hope we haven't done that in a while. Collapsed building.
There's nothing left to fear now. I'm here.
There's Theseus. Where is he? There he is.
You have matched me as a ruler. Your city is superb.
Go, Theseus, slay the boar! Quit demolishing my palace! For Pete's sake, what do they have against the palace right now? That boar needs to die.
A good leader would never provoke trouble.
Excellent. That gets rid of the boar.
This is the best city ever. The Boar here are the best this side of Calydon.
I thought the hero would be Hercules, that's why I built the stadium, but I suppose it can hang out there, nothing. See here.
My dearest, worship me, and I'll make your soldiers find great strength.
I wonder how Ethiopia is created by a land route. We don't have any rivers to build a ship by, but how do they get across the sea? Do they island hop or something? They run out of islands to hop midway across the place, unless they go a detour. Did they have roses in Greece at that time in the world? I'm fairly sure they didn't. Alright, cool though. I'm not an expert in flora and fauna. So Ethiopia gives them some wood. Early profit goal has been met. Now all we need is 6 pieces of sculpture and we're out of here. This should be a fairly short and quick episode. I suppose I could have done this first like I originally intended before I was hoping for the other city over here, but I somehow thought this was gonna be harder than that, but the two colonies don't interact with each other, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, we have all the sculptures we need. Let's make a save here. Set aside the goals, and we should be out of here in 3, 2, 1. Ah, rats. I'll never get it right. Why do I even keep trying? Anyways, we should be out of here in a moment.
In spite of the many attacks by Artemis's boar, you have built a thriving colony that will ensure that Argos never wants for luscious grapes. The city will also provide sculpture from the centaur outpost of Mount Pelion, and the boar, that was a frequent and unwelcome guest, will forever bear the name of the city and henceforth be known as the Calydonian Boar.
Oh, that's interesting. Anyways, in next episode we're gonna complete this adventure and we'll be moving out to adventure 3. I don't recall what it is. Is it Athens through the ages or something? But anyways, I'm just blabbering on at this room. This is Video Crow signing out. See you guys next time.